Perfect, guys. So my name is Tierra Gold. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. And I'm so excited to be able to share this information with you. As you can see on the screen, I'm a part of a group called Market Breakers. And before I get into how I actually joined Market Breakers, that's where we bring Wall Street to your street, right? So a little about myself. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I'm 24, and I was able to actually get into this space because I was reading a book. And in the middle of the book, the author, she actually dropped an opportunity in the middle of the book. I was listening to the audiobook. So, she was the author of the book and she did the audio herself. And I could tell that, she was a bit younger when she did the audio, but the specific part that she added in the middle of the book, the opportunity that she dropped in there, for some reason, I could tell that she had went back from some years later and added that piece in there. And I wondered why. So I found her on Instagram and I was like, is this her? Trying to make sure this is her. And I started to see videos of her speaking and just talking about real motivational stuff and about the times that we're in. And I'm like, okay, this is her. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a follow. And I reached out to her, and the rest is history, guys. Now she is actually my mentors here in Market Breakers. Her and her husband, they are now my mentors. And it's been an incredible journey, an incredible learning process. I actually been able to open up my own store before I even found this opportunity. I had my own online store because I was real into entrepreneurship. Just jobs didn't seem to really resonate or fulfill me. So I was looking for more ways to capitalize online, and that's what I was able to do. But once I found this opportunity, that's what really allowed me to be able to scale this thing. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the information because I know some of us probably just got off work, right? Some of us are maybe tuning in from work, okay? So listen, so I don't know if you know, but it's not a secret. It's 60% of us, we actually do have jobs. 60% of us, we actually do work for someone else. And that's okay. We got to do what we got to do. But the only thing about it is there's not much leverage there, right? Because there's only 24 hours in a day. So that means there's a limit to how much you can actually make in a day. Also, it's not much leverage because you have to ask for time off, and you only get a certain amount of sick days, only a certain amount of vacation days, right? Only 2 weeks vacation days. And it's just not much leverage there, right? So that's 60% of the world, guys. And 35% of us, we actually work for ourselves. And that's a little bit better. But still at the same time, if you're not actively doing whatever it is that you do, for example, like your nail techs, your beauticians, your barbers, your electricians, your plumbers, your doctors, because they have their own practices, your lawyers, these are all people that work for themselves, but see, there's still the need for them to be there in order for them to do their work, and it still takes up their time. So that still is what allows them to be on the left side of money, because there's two sides of money here. The left side, which is where 95% of us lie, because 60% of us work for ourselves, and 35% of us, 60% of us work for someone else, and 35% of us work for ourselves. So that makes 95% of us that are on the left side of money. So the right side of money is actually what we're here to talk about today. And the way we get to the right side of money is not by working for money. It's by making, leveraging other things other than our time to be able to make money. So on the right side, that's only 5% of the world. That's a small percentage of the world that's on the right side. However, they have access to 95% of the entire market. That means they have access to 95% of all the wealth that is available on this planet. So that's a big percentage of the money, but the majority of us are on the left side, and we work the hardest for that money, but we only get access to 5% of everything that's available. So there's a huge wealth gap here, and it's undeniable. So the reason this is so is because 4% of the right side are business owners. Okay, so these are your people who have duplicatable systems in place to where they're actually leveraging the employees' time to make money. So just for example, McDonald's, Starbucks, Popeyes, Walmart, Amazon, just to name a few, right? These are duplicatable systems that are in place so the business owner can make money. Anytime you go to these places, you don't necessarily see the business owner in there working. No, it's because he has employees that he is leveraging to be able to make the money. Now, what's even better than the business owner, right? Because let's just say some type of worldwide catastrophe happens and your customers are not able to come in the way they used to. Your products are not able to come in the way they used to because your suppliers are being affected by this too because it's worldwide, right? So your employees are not able to come in the way they used to, right? So what's the business owner going to do? Come in and do it himself? No. So what's better than even being in the business owner quadrant is the 1%, the 1%ers of the world. And these are your investors, right? This is where things get really, really exciting. And this is where things get really, really massive and passive, right? Passive income, residual income, right? This is the money that you can make in your sleep. This is the money that does not require you to get dressed, iron your uniform, drive, clock in, the whole nine, and then drive back home, sit through traffic, the whole nine, right? This is the quadrant that does not require you to actually do physical and manual labor, right? So this is how this works. You use money leverage when you are actually an investor. So you make your money clock in and do the work for you, right? Because when we have access to something like the foreign exchange market, right? This is how you learn. And this is the market that you actually tap into to be able to put your money to work. And it's a $7 trillion a day market. That's 12 zeros at the end of 7. Okay, that's a $7 trillion a day market. And this is going to be happening no matter what. If you've been out the country, feel free to drop in the chat where you have been outside of the country, because that's all this is. Foreign exchange is just, FRX stands for foreign exchange. It's just one country's money against another country's money. So just for example, let's just say Canada, right? Or Mexico. Those are right beside us, but you can do Europe, Australia, right? So anything. For example, if you go to, I actually been to Mexico. If you go to Mexico, $1 US is worth like 19 Mexican pesos. So if you were to hop into this foreign exchange market and you were to trade one against the other, you're going to be able to make a profit, and you be able to make a profit whether it goes up or down, unlike the stock market. Most people, when they think of investing, they automatically think of the stock market, guys. Here's the thing. Yeah, the stock market works, but it's like 30 times smaller than this market that we're talking about here. Also, it only does 2.6 billion a day. So this market here does 7 trillion a day. So it's just more opportunity, right? And it's worldwide, because the foreign exchange is all the money in the world, not just all the money in the New York Stock Exchange market. Okay. So I have another market that's actually on the rise as well. Drop a BTC in the chat if you have actually heard of something called Bitcoin. Now, I know you heard about Bitcoin. Like maybe a few years ago, that was a thing of, what's Bitcoin? I don't know what that is. But now people are starting to, starting to hear about it more. So yes, drop a BTC in the chat if you have heard about Bitcoin. Our DCX Academy, which stands for Digital Currency Academy. So that's really where we go into all the different cryptocurrencies and how we can tap into trading these currencies and actually buying and holding and building our own portfolio in the digital currency space. So this market actually does 2 trillion a day, and it's 24/7. It does not close on the weekend. Foreign exchange closes on the weekend because that's all the money in the world, and all the banks and things like that, they close on the weekend. That's just what it is. But digital currency is 24/7 because we're not dealing with banks, ladies and gentlemen. We're dealing with crypto, right? This is different. This hit different, ladies and gentlemen. And this is super exciting. And this space is truly, truly growing. Like, it's already at 2 trillion a day. Like, a couple months ago, it was not like this, guys. It was not at 2 trillion a day. So that just goes to show you how fast this market is actually growing. And we can still be ahead of the curve. We're still pretty early in this space. So tapping into the Digital Currency Academy is going to be key and crucial during this time, especially with things just fluctuating with our world right now. Things are really, really evolving. So we want to make sure we're evolving with it, so we don't get, left behind. So with this academy here, this is for our people who are very, very busy these days, because, our schedules, we don't have all the time in the world every single day. So HFX stands for high frequency Forex. And this is where we make our money in minutes, right? This is where we hop in and out of the market in a matter of minutes, right? And we have tools in place that help us analyze the market so we can make sure we're in and out the market with profit in a matter of minutes, right? I get paid hourly when you can get paid by the minute. Right? It gets pretty exciting here, but we always want to keep, a longevity type of mindset. Even though we're making the money super, super fast, we want to also keep a longevity mindset, because you got to understand that the banks, if you save your money with them and you keep your money with them all year, they're going to probably give you 0.0097% at the end of the year. So when you have something like this with each academy that we have, because I already showed you 3 so far, we got the FRX, the DCX, and now I'm showing you the HFX. And with each of these academies, you can actually grow your money by a certain percentage every single day. So just think about, being able to grow your account by 8% in one session. You feel me? How many sessions do you want to have per day? Or just doing one per day, right? That's still, you're ahead of the bank by like 3,600 years just by growing your account by 8%. Because guess what? At the end of the year, they're giving people 0.00097%. So if you grow your account by just 8%, you got to understand how powerful this is, right? This is power. This is why the banks don't want us to know this type of information. This is why we are not taught this information in schools or at the jobs, right? So we also have another academy, and this is called the ECX Academy. Now, if you've been online, I know you've seen people popping up with these online stores and these boutiques, and you're probably like, how are these people getting these stores and how are they selling these products? Like, what is going on with this online world with these stores? So with e-commerce, you can actually have your own online store without coming in contact with any of the products, right? You don't have to have a storage room or a closet full of products hoping that you sell them, right? You don't have to do any of that. You don't even have to go to the post office all the time, back and forth to the post office to get these products to your customers. No, everything is done on your device, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever you decide to use. Everything is done on your device, right? So even if you don't know what to sell, we have tools that will show you what's the hottest products out right now, what's the winning products, what's really doing numbers. And it'll be something as random as a back scratcher, guys. Like something as random as that can really, turn your figures into X figures. You feel me? So like, sheesh, guys, we have an academy here that will actually help you find your products and your customers. Because I don't know if you notice, like if you're on social media and you're scrolling and you see an ad, right? And you're like, oh, okay, that's pretty interesting. And then you go to your next social media platform and you see that same ad. And it's like, oh, yeah, I saw that ad on the last platform I was on. And then you go over to another platform and you see that same ad. And it's like, wait a minute now. I'm starting to think this thing is following me around. Let's be clear, it is. When we have tools, right? We have tools, all online business owners on our platform have access to these tools that can actually allow your business to find the exact customers for it. So let's just say, for example, you sell red t-shirts, right? That's your thing, that's your niche, that's your category, and that's what you do, that's your brand. You sell red t-shirts. So guess what our tools are going to do for you? They're going to find people who are into red t-shirts for you, right? And guess what? They're going to be on their phone scrolling Instagram, and then they're going to see an ad from your store with a beautiful red t-shirt. And they're going to be like, hey, that's pretty cool. Then they're going to go to Facebook, then go see that same ad from your store, and they're like, hey, that's pretty cool. Then they go to YouTube, they go see that same ad from your store, and they're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just go ahead and buy this red t-shirt because that's just how it works. And ECX can do that for you. But you got to think about this as well, because if you had like a brick and mortar type of store location, you'd have to worry about rent prices, overhead prices, inventory, hiring people, employees, security cameras, like the whole nine that comes with owning a business. Is most of the stress is taken away from you when you do it online through e-commerce, right? And besides, there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now. People don't really want to be out of their house. Okay. So this is our Hello Center, and it basically shows you several products that we have here at the Academy that will help you with this process, because our main goal is to make this simplified. We want to make learning simplified for you, because we don't want things that are too difficult and not easy to navigate. So the way the Academy is set up is super, super, really user friendly, and it shows you how to build your wealth, so we can obtain this freedom. And we also have educators. These educators, these are 6, 7 figure 8 educators, they're on here full time. They have a full-time schedule for us, and they're at our disposal, guys. Like, we have to take advantage of the fact that they're on here, just giving us the sauce, like, all the time. Like, and the way this is set up is fit to, go around your schedule. Like, if you work a 9 to 5 or a 2 to 7, or maybe the third shift, right? We have educators that are fit on every single schedule. So if you get off at a certain time, you can catch the ones that are, available during the time that you're available. So the perk about catching the live educator is that these educators, they actually go live in the market, and you can trade with them. You can do the exact same trades that they're doing and do it with them if you catch them live. But let's just say you don't catch the session live. Each and every session is actually recorded. So you're still going to be able to get the information, even if you're not able to trade live with them. So I think that's really cool, because it fits everyone's schedule. So it says here, choose your weapon. So as you can see on the screen, I don't know if you know, but this is actually what the banks use to trade everybody's money. So that's why it says choose your weapon, because this is powerful. And that's what this is what we have access to here at the Academy. Some very, very, very powerful tools, some very powerful people, some very powerful information, and you get to have access to this, right? So here's what the banks use. As you can see, it gives you, it's like a cheat sheet. It tells you where to get in, where to put your stop loss, where to take your profit. Like, it's a cheat sheet. And then we have multiple. This is just one of them. This is just one of the tools that we have access to. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, look, this is exciting. How can I start this? I want to go ahead and start learning this stuff, because the sooner I learn it, the sooner it can just be secondhand nature to me. And I can make this, I can really make some real big changes in the trajectory of my life. So how can you start? All you got to do is just hear me out real quick. Let me show you what the competition is doing, because this is crazy. This is crazy, right? Let me just show you what they're doing over there. So this is a personal trading plan, right? One day. They are charging $1,000 for just one day and a trading plan. So they're not teaching you how to trade. They just giving you a trading plan. They're going to give you a plan for something that most of us don't really know how to do yet. It's ridiculous. And then if you wanted to add the cryptocurrencies, kind of like our DCX Academy, right? If you wanted to add that, that'd be an extra $2,000. Okay, interesting. And then we also have the XLT Forex trading for $8,500 for the first 3 months, or $650 per month each month after that, or $12,500 for the first 3 months. And then over here, the mastermind community, we have $15,000 for the first year, or $5,000 per year each year after that, or $25,000 for the first year, and then access to the community for life. First of all, let's be clear. This is totally worth every penny. It's so worth it. But honestly, due to the fact that, most people don't have $1,000 in their bank accounts after they take care of bills and expenses. Like that's just, what it is. And I know when I first started, I literally did not have this type of money laying around. I didn't have thousands of dollars to learn how to trade. I didn't have thousands of dollars to invest in the education of learning how to do this skill. It's definitely worth it, this skill, but I did not have it. So our CEO understood that, and he's like, look, I'm not going to do that to people. If you want the FRX Academy, it'd be $234.95 to start up. So one-time enrollment fee, and then monthly $174.95 to keep access. Somebody type access. And if you wanted the HFX Academy, that's where we're in and out the market in minutes. You could start that for $234.95 enrollment fee, and then $174.95 monthly tuition to keep access to all of the educators, all of the tools, all of the different things that the banks use, you feel me? And all of the education. And if you wanted the Cryptocurrency Academy, then people was trying to charge you $2,000 extra dollars for. If you wanted to start that, it'd be $234.95 just for the enrollment, and then a monthly tuition of $174.95 to keep access to everything that we have. So those are 3 different academies. They're all about $200 a piece, $174 monthly a piece, right? If you wanted to get all 3 of those, we have something called the Elite Package. Man, it's a no-brainer, because guess what? You're getting 3 different academies in one for the price of 1.5, because it would have been like what? $800, $900 to get all 3 academies separately. But if you wanted to get all of them in one, like a bundle deal, the Elite Package is going to be $324.95 to start up, and then a monthly of $274.95, and that's to get all 3 of the academies. That's a lot of access, guys. That's a lot of access. And if you wanted the ECX Academy, that's where you can have your own online store. You ain't got to worry about inventory. Everything is done completely on your device. You can get that for the initial payment of $324.95, and then a monthly of $274.95 to keep access, which would be way cheaper than if you had a brick and mortar. Let's be clear. So if you're thinking, I don't want to pay for this, guess what? We have something called 2 and Free. Now, I know some of you went to college or know someone that went to college, and they're like, oh yeah, rep your college. I went to this HBCU, or I went to this school. I went to that school. Y'all should come over here and go to that school. And if they went, they didn't get anything for that other than one of their buddies going to the same school. But over here, we have something where you can actually get your tuition for free if you bring along 2 paying customers, right? Because why if you can show two other people this amazing opportunity, like people are going to flock to it naturally. So if you can find two other people that want to take advantage of this, you don't have to pay every month. So, that's just something else that we have. But what's better than free? What's better than free? Getting paid, of course. You can become an independent business owner here. Basically, build a successful business from home with our referral program. That's where you get residual income just from sharing the opportunity. Like, this is something natural that we do. Like, when I got my nails done, everybody was like, "Oh, girl, where you get your nails done at?" I said, "Oh, girl, I went to this girl. She's so good. She's so nice. You should go check her out." Do I get anything for that? No, I don't. Okay. We do this all the time with restaurants. Oh, they have a great menu. You should go check it out. With movies. Oh, yeah, that was a great movie. You should go check it out in 3D. Like, we do this all the time naturally because that's the human thing to do, to share, right? It's really, really human. So that's what we have here. We can actually get paid for doing what we do naturally. Like, this is something where people can make money on the devices that they use every single day. Like, that's something that you're going to want to share with people, especially during this time. Things is getting a little crazy out here. So if you were able to personally refer 3 people to your organization, you'd get $150 per month. And that's not you getting paid once a month. You get paid every single Friday. So every Friday you'd get $37.50 per week. All right. So if you accumulated 12 people, now that doesn't mean that you went out and you personally found 12 people. Your 3 people probably told 3 people, and now you have 12, right? So now you're getting $600 per month, but you're getting paid 4 times a month, every single Friday. You getting a nice 150. Now, I just want you, let's just think about perspective here, because a lot of us, we worked at jobs, right? Or maybe we're still at a job. What if you went to your boss right now? You know where I'm going with this. What if you went to your boss right now and you're like, "Hey, listen, hey, check it out. I've been doing pretty well in my position, and I feel like I deserve a raise. So I need you to add an extra $150 to my paycheck every month." And just think about what they would say. Just think about what, or "I need you to add an extra $600 to my paycheck every single month." Like, they'd be like, "What?" Or if you accumulated 30 people in your organization, that's an extra $1,000 a month that the company would be giving to you. All right. So that's $250 every single Friday. It doesn't stop there. Okay. If you were a platinum 5,000, that's someone who gets $5,000 per month. So every single Friday, that's $1,250 every single Friday. And I just want to let you know that these payments come on time every time, even last year during everything that was going on, because this is a self-sufficient company. We're debt-free. We don't owe anyone. Okay. And the way things are set up, God forbid, if something happened to our CEO, everybody would still get their paychecks. And as you can see, these paychecks get pretty large. All right. So what number on this screen would you like to be able to make every single Friday? Because the opportunity here, listen, our highest opportunity, and they're talking about adding higher ranks. Okay, but as of right now, chairman's 750, they make $750 per month. That's $187,500 every single Friday, guys. Every single Friday. Like, just imagine the possibilities. All of this just from sharing the opportunity. Like, "Hey, check this out. I have an academy, and it's showing people how to make money off their device. You should check it out." That's all you're doing, folks. So just think about all that could happen here. Oh. So I just want to let you guys know that you're going to be able to see a lot of amazing things happen in this space. You can just look at the numbers on this screen. Like, come on, platinum 5,000, that's 60K a year, guys. That's just platinum 5,000. And there, I know a lot of people that went to school for 4 years, you know, and they're not making that. They're not making that much. So this is an opportunity to where you don't have to go anywhere. You can do this from the comfort of your own home if you wanted to. You could do this on the road while you stick and move and continue to do whatever it is you're already doing. This is something that you don't have to stop what you're doing, but a lot of people have. A lot of people quit both their jobs after a while over here at the academy. So just think about, what will you become? Okay. You know, past profits do not dictate future results. So you don't want to compare yourself. Like if this person, it may have took them 2 years to do something, it might not take you 2 years. It may take you less than that. It may take you more than that. The important thing is to focus on your journey, and, you know, focus on what you can become here, and don't compare yourselves, because what we do is 90% mental, right? And 10% technical. And we all have different brains. We all have different learning styles, right? Different personalities, different pros and cons, right? So with something being 90% mental, you can't compare yourself you can't compare yourself to other people when they're doing the same thing, because it's 90% mental, and you don't know what the next person is working with upstairs. But you might be a genius, right? You might be super smart, even though you don't even have to be super smart to do this, right? Because we got people of all ages. We got 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, we got 71-year-olds, right? So that's a big range of people that can do this. You don't have to be super smart. But yeah, what will you become here? Thank the person that invited you to this presentation today, because they really cared about you, right? Thank them. Be like, thank you for putting me on to this information, and just letting me know where I can tap into to really have that wealth community and the support, because that's what you'll get here too. You'll get the support. We're all here to help each other. Like, that's what it's about, you know? So just thank them for sharing that with you, and get back to them and be like, look, I'm ready. I'm ready. And if you're ready right now, type ready in the chat box. Type ready in the chat box. All right. And thank you so much for joining me this evening. Please, please, please stay safe out here. Stay patient out here, and the gains will come, guys. Good night, everyone.